Yep. Alright, see ya. Hi everyone. I have my two roommates in the other room, giggling away. It's pretty funny. They're watching me on Stoke Meter and finding it hilarious. So hi Haley and Beck. And if you want to come in here and keep me company, then that'd be great. And I'm glad that I have to ask you through the computer because the door's shut and there's music on, so that I can't actually hear them. So it's been a long time since I've been on Stoke Meter. I've been in Australia for the last 4 months, been back in Orlando for a month, and every time I was supposed to have a Stoke Meter, I was somewhere in Australia that I had no internet, no phone service, and yeah, I was just completely unreachable. So it was a pretty fun Aussie summer. um, yeah, didn't get to ride very much boat, but Penrith Cable Park in Sydney opened up, and we rode a whole bunch of cable. It was really fun. There was lots of rails there, so anyone who wants to check out Sydney Cable Park definitely should. And yeah, now back here, settled in. It's been a month, and I just got my boat loaded up today and had my first set behind my boat. What is it like being back in the States? Is it a big change? It's not that much of a big change. It's actually kind of relaxing to be back in my house with my boat, and yeah, just being able to ride behind the boat all the time. I really missed it. I really enjoyed riding at the cable park, but yeah, I just really love being behind the boat, so it's great to be back out in the boat. Beck, you should come over here, because you Beck just opened a door and slammed it again. I don't know if we're going to be able to get her on this show, so so yeah, it's not a big change. It's almost like back to normal. Yeah, it's so much easier to ride in Orlando than it is back home in Sydney. But yeah, it was definitely fun being there. How's the cable park in Sydney? It's amazing. It's all brand new. It's like really nice. It's run so well, and got plenty of rails, and they were really fun, and some kickers as well, which is really fun. So yeah, definitely check it out. There's plenty of pictures online about it. I know you'll be there in your tight shorts, Zip. And Haley will also be schooling you on the wake skate, so you better be careful. I'm still riding for Supra. I've got my 24. It's white, Gravity Games edition. It's awesome, and I can get it through my canal and have it at the dock out the back of my house. So yeah, it's awesome. Amber, are you working on that Hill 7? Is it dialed? Back home, I was working on it off the kicker, and I haven't had an opportunity to really work on it behind the wake. So yeah, it's not really dialed, but I don't know. Hopefully, I'll get it dialed this summer. Do you watch American Idol, Bob? Nope, I don't watch American Idol. I hardly watch any TV. Although for the first time, and this is my 8th year over here, we have TV. We have cable, and it's amazing. How many pro riders are there in Australia? There's a bunch of pro riders in Australia. I guess, it's really common to grow up and go out in the boat in Australia and grow up on the river, or your friends on the river. So, yeah, everyone loves to be outdoors, and it makes it a lot easier if you grow up in the boat to, go and take up wakeboarding, and then, it's just really like it's not a big deal to travel. So, to live endless summers, everyone just loves doing that. So, yeah, that's why there's plenty of pros in Australia. Did you ride nationals? Dude, man. Guy, you know that I didn't ride nationals because I was here in America and they were 2 weekends ago. Will you be instructing at the wakeboard camp this year? Yeah, I do a half a day here or there, and if I get requested, then I'll be out coaching in the boat. I'm also away a lot. This weekend, I'm going down to Miami, got brought up Miami, and then in 2 weeks, weight games, and then, yeah, it just kind of all starts from there. Got the Masters, and so, yeah, it's all going to be pretty hectic really soon. The hardest thing about being a pro wakeboarder? Probably the hardest thing about being a pro in any sport is the amount of travel you have to do and being away from your family. Like, we live over here for 8 months, and I guess, you know, being away from your family and friends, like, that's tough, but yeah, you build another whole family in a different country, which is amazing. So there's always a positive side to, like, something that might be a bit hard. Are you still doing any gymnastics? um, I love to do gymnastics. I haven't gotten a chance to do much, but any chance I get to go into a gym and swing on the bars or play on the beam, I definitely like go in there. I can still do backflips, and you know, on the beach or whatever, I'll do handstands and backflips, and yeah, still love it. Still in my heart. Did it for 17 years, so yeah, it couldn't not be. What about Top Model? I have been forced to watch America's Top Model because that's pretty much all that my roommates watch. Beck Frangie and Hayley Smith. Anytime I walk in the door, that's all that seems to be on TV. So, yeah, I've been becoming very familiar with Tyra and Tyra Mail and America's Next Top Model. Are you a level 10 gymnast? Yeah, I was a level 10 gymnast. Um, is it hard to come back to the States? Seem like people in the States are more uptight than in Australia. No, it's not hard to come back to the States. You know, I love it over here. It's getting cold in Australia, and when it gets cold, I definitely don't want to be there. I want to be in warm weather where I can go out on the boat and ride all the time and not be cold. And yeah, that's what I love. So yeah, it's super easy to get on the plane and come over here when I'm looking forward to summer and going out in the boat all the time. Do I ride much cable? I only ride cable to hit the rails. I can't do corner tricks. I knocked myself out, got a concussion, spent the night in hospital from trying to land a railie on the corner. And ever since then, I decided not to do corner tricks. So yeah, I just ride cable to hit the rails and the kickers. How long have I been wakeboarding? It's probably about 10 years now. It could be 11 years from the first time that I ever tried wakeboarding. So, yeah, it's slowly, the years are ticking by. Is it true that an injury in gymnastics is the reason that you became a wakeboarder? Yes, that is true. When I was 17, I severely broke my ankle, and yeah, went to 3 specialists. They told me that I couldn't, they couldn't fix it, and that I had to just stop doing gymnastics. And that was definitely the turning point where I had all this free time. I used to train about 30 hours, so had so much free time and energy that I just started going out in the boat whenever I could and anytime I could, and wakeboarded, and then yeah, the rest is history, I guess. What is your favorite cable in the States? My favorite cable in the States is probably Tampa Cable Park. I guess, you know, it's not that far to drive from here. It's just under an hour. And yeah, it's really fun. It goes the other way. And yeah, it's just different. Something, you know, that's not the same all the time. So I guess I'd spend a lot of time at OWC. And yeah, like to go to Tampa now. So something that's coming up in a couple of weeks is with Wake Girls. We have a girls' ride day, and we've just changed it up a little bit how it's going to run. But the Saturday before Wake Games, we're going to have the tournament boat that's going to be used at Wake Games, and we're going to run a girls' ride day. It's going to be $50 to come and ride. There's going to be plenty of free giveaways, and yeah, it'll be Emily Copeland and myself there, and yeah, just come and hang out and get to ride behind the Weight Games boat. So yeah, that's exciting thing that's coming up, and just on Facebook, go to the Weight Girls page or go to weightgirls.com, and we're changing it up, so the new information will be up tomorrow, and yeah, we had like a different idea of how we're going to run it, but we've changed our mind and lowered the price, so yeah, it should be a fun day. What age group is the toughest to teach to wakeboard? Trying to determine when I should get my children started. Get them out behind the boat as soon as they're confident and happy to be out there. Like, I've taken 18-month-old, 2-year-old kids out on a wakeboard, had them in my arms, and they stand on my board, and they love it. And so, yeah, you're never too young to start water skiing or wakeboarding or just getting towed behind the boat. I mean, look at Parks Bonifay. So, yeah, as soon as they're happy and confident to be out there by themselves, like even just start them on the tube, then they get used to the noise of the engine and being in the water, and they're not afraid to strap a wakeboard on and get up and start their wakeboarding career. Is that ODub? Yes, ODub is OWC. ProDubs. Bob. What is your favorite thing about being in wakeboarding? Definitely the amount of people that I get to meet and hang out with. Like, everyone's so nice, and yeah, it's just so fun to go out in the boat and go wakeboarding with different people, and everyone who's like really stoked on the sport and just loves going out in the boat. And so you just meet a bunch of different people, and they're so excited to come out on the boat and go wakeboarding, and yeah, it's just like a really positive and happy atmosphere. So yeah, it's probably my favorite thing about it. Was it hard to learn to wakeboard? No, it wasn't that hard, but I did grow up water skiing, so I was completely confident behind the boat when I first strapped on a wakeboard, because I'd water skied and tubed my whole life. So yeah, to strap your board on, even if you've never done it before and never been out in a boat before, it's not that difficult to stand up. But from then on, then yeah, like, I suggest going to like a wakeboard camp for a week and getting your basics dialed, because that's really going to help in your progression for your tricks in wakeboarding. And yeah, I'm at wakeboardcamp.com out in Claremont, and Kyle Schmidt and Chad Lowe and Ben Greenwood and Billy Park, they all coach out there. So yeah, it's an awesome camp, and definitely a place to check out, and Bob Sitchell as well. Thanks for the illustration about getting kids started. It's something I've been thinking about as well. Oh, awesome. How long have you been a professional wakeboarder now? Probably the first pro contest that I competed in was 7 years ago, and yeah, I've probably, for the last 4 years, that's all I have to focus on, and wakeboarding's my living, so it's pretty exciting, and yeah, I definitely love it and don't take it for granted. So yeah. Hey Marcos, was it easier to learn because you did gym? I think the part of wakeboarding for me that was easier to learn was doing the flips and being confident about throwing myself into the flips, because I did gymnastics. So yeah, I wasn't scared about, I could do a backflip on the ground. I'm like, well, why can't I do a backflip on the water then? So yeah, I wasn't scared to throw myself upside down. Other things like spinning was really hard for me to grasp the concept, and like tricks like a back roll is like so weird in my head, because in gymnastics it's always straight forward and straight backwards, or So yeah, the more like snowboard style tricks are harder for me to get my head around, but yeah, that's gymnastics definitely helped a lot. Just and even if it's just strength and aerial sense in my wakeboarding. What is the biggest mistake a beginner does when trying to progress? There's a bunch of stuff that beginners do. They tend to like lean back a lot and be on their back foot. So, then their front leg's really straight. So it's really important to have equal weight on your board. And yeah, there's just so many different little things that you can't even think of. You'll be out in the boat, you're like, how did they pick that up? So that's why like when you're beginning, like definitely to get lessons or go to a clinic will just help you so much to understand like how to stand on your board and how to edge and how to get pop, and then from there on you can go to clinics every now and then, but you have a basic understanding of the sport and how to progress in it. I've been stuck because I might try to force my tricks. Um, yeah, the more time you spend on the water, the more relaxed you are on your board, which makes it easier for learning your tricks. So yeah, you just got to get out there and ride a lot and get relaxed and know your board, and then yeah, learning tricks are a lot easier the more time you spend on the water. Who is your coach in wakeboarding? I have lots of coaches in wakeboarding. Anyone I ride with, really, like, Hayley Smith, when she's driving me, always helps me and coaches me, and Ben Greenwood, Keith Lyman, Dean Smith. And if I'm having problems and no one's around, I get someone to film and I'll take it to Carl Schmidt, and he'll analyze it and help me. So yeah, definitely those people have a huge influence and help me a lot, and give me lots of coaching tips. So I really enjoy riding with them. Will you be getting closed toe boots again? Yes, I will be. So 2011, the wing boots will be closed toe. So that'll be awesome. Hey Amber, you'll come to Brazil for the contest in the next month. In Brazil, yeah. I don't even know what date it is, and I know nothing about it. So send me some information, and I'll have a look at the date and if I can get there for Brazil, because I love Brazil. Went there with Push Process for the Oakley film, and yeah, it was amazing. And we had a Worlds there as well back in about 2002. So yeah, it's really cool. Send me some information, Dessa. Is the wakeboard camp open all year round? Yes, it's open all year round. I think it closes maybe 2 weeks or a month, maybe, in the very, very cold months. So somewhere around December or January. But yeah, it's open all year round. So you can book in and come down to Florida and ride whenever it suits you. Were your parents supportive in your wakeboarding endeavours? They were extremely supportive in my wakeboarding endeavours. My parents own their own company. It's called Wing Wetsuits, and I used to work for them. I had to go and finish school, so I did a diploma in business management, and that was kind of what Mum made me do before I got on a plane and started traveling the world with wakeboarding. But yeah, my dad was up every morning driving for me. I'd wake him up, he'd help me launch the boat, I'd get the boat ready, and yeah, there'd never be a no. And my mum would also drive for me if Dad had something on. So yeah, both my parents just so supportive in my wakeboarding, and yeah, it's amazing, and they're really proud of what I do, and glad that I'm following my dreams and succeeding in my passion. So yeah, I love them very much. What can you tell us about your board this year? Is it different shape than last year? If not, what does 2011 have in store? Oh, that's kind of top secret right now. I haven't even seen it yet, been developing it. It's the same shape. I love that shape. And yeah, we're just working on some really awesome graphics. I'm really excited. I got sent them, and I got sent my new closed-toe boots. They're not completely finished, but yeah, I'm really excited about my 2011. So you'll just have to wait till I don't know, August probably, or July, till you can get a sneak peek. But it's gonna be awesome. Do you do much tramp work to help your riding? I don't do much tramp work. I would like to do more, but yeah, I used to jump on the trampoline a bit. I wouldn't say a lot, but yeah, if I am having problems with a particular thing on the water, then we'll go to the tramp and just like get it into my mind exactly what I have to do. But apart from that, I just normally go out and try it time after time behind the boat and learn it behind the boat. Do you? Speaking of family support, what would you suggest to families getting their children into wakeboarding? Getting your children into, I would just, take them out wakeboarding as much as possible, and yeah, make sure they're loving it, and yeah, just, you don't know, or like, I don't know, it's just the more time that a kid spends on that board, the more like board control they develop, and it's just crazy. Like Harley Clifford is a perfect example. I met him when he was about 5, and that kid loved to ride, and he'd just be out there for hours and hours, and his dad would be driving him, and now he was one of the youngest US Pro Tour champions, and it's just get your kid out there on the board and pull them around, and they'll definitely surprise you for sure. 14th, 15th, 16th of May. Alright, I'll check it out. I'd love to come to Brazil. So yeah, I don't know off the top of my head what I got on those dates, but yeah, if I can make it, I'd love to come down there. Can you get your roommates on? In shows past, when you and Haley were on, it was a laugh fest. I can't imagine with the 3 of you. Girls! I don't know. That was a no scream from the room. So, yeah, I guess not. They're stage fright. They're probably taping on there. Oh! Are you going to come on here? I'm fine. Haley's going to come on for 2 minutes, grace you with her presence. How important do you think warm-up is before you ride? How important is warm-up before you ride?
Very important. You need to get limber, stretched up, keep your body going.
Do we have any pets? Personally, I don't have any pets, but Haley...
We've showed them.
Haley has a pet. She has 1 frog and 1 snail. She's had 2 frogs, but...
That Beck bought me.
But 1 frog ate the other frog.
No, Kathy Williams actually killed the other frog.
So
when she was babysitting it.
So yeah, it's it's her fault. Sancho is no longer with us. Our 7 fish.
Our 7 fish passed away.
Have passed away. So
there was something in the water.
Rest in peace. Lovely. Tell those girls in the background to say. What?
What is it?
Is it? It's funny because it seems that men wakeboarders have little dogs and female wakeboarders have big dogs.
Where is that? We have frogs.
No dogs. No dogs.
Amber's actually a dog Nazi. She'll tell a story that she's actually allergic and will break out to a reaction to the hair, but she's actually a cold-hearted bitch.
Beck, Maddie's asking you to come on here. You have to.
Yeah, but it's not MD. No.
I don't know. She's afraid. Maybe one day she'll get in here. You named a fish Sancho?
Yeah, it was one
Yes.
Sancho. Because we had 7 fish, and originally they were named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We could never actually figure out which one was which until we had the last 2. So we named one number 1, and it went on to one Sancho.
JB, Hayley might be talking a little bit funny.
Hi, Dad.
And when she gets really excited in the boat and starts yelling, it's even funnier. Because the other day when she was talking to Beck in the water, I was struggling not to laugh and just ignore it. Because
Hi, Dad.
show the world. Hayley has a tongue ring. So does Beck.
What's the most fun you've ever had in your wakeboarding career?
I think the most fun was when I got to pay out Hayley and Beck when they couldn't talk after getting their tongue rings.
That's a personal experience.
No, most fun you've ever had in your wakeboarding career. It's so much fun.
Maybe traveling.
Yeah, definitely like
Brazil.
cool places. Yeah, Brazil or Paris. Like, went to Paris and then got to go to the Moulin Rouge.
It's a hard life.
And that was because of wakeboarding. So, yeah, definitely the cool places that we get to go to. You're a bikie.
Why, have you seen my Roadster?
I would call them cruisers, not
Yeah,
bikies.
beach cruisers.
Yeah, because they think that they're Hayley and Beck have the most amazing bikes. They're ones that you would find on the coast of California.
Mine's actually a little bit better than Beck's.
Yeah, it's like, what's that movie? My Girl. It's a bit like that.
My girl. I can
Hayley-
even strap my wakeboard on the back.
Hayley and Beck riding down the street. What's been your favorite place to visit? Oh, I think it's Brazil. Yeah, I love the trip in Brazil that I went on. Stayed on a houseboat.
You would say the Philippines, but you haven't been.
Yeah, I would, but I haven't been there. But at the end of the year, I'll be going. Hayley, what is the favorite place that you've visited?
Probably the Philippines.
Ah, the Philippines.
Philippines and the Philippines, just CWC because it's amazing. The cable parks, everything you could ever imagine. And then living here for 6 months of the year.
Yeah, this
You
is
can't
probably our
really-
favorite place. Why would we live here for 8 months?
If there was a sunset right now, we could show you the most amazing atmosphere.
Actually, this is our favorite place. That's why we live
Yeah.
here. If there was
Why
another
not
favorite
Florida?
place, then we would live somewhere else.
Touche.
But we don't. I had breakfast at Cheese's Palace this morning, and it was amazing. So good old downtown Claremont.
Because you haven't come to Mexico. We want to.
We want to come to Mexico, but
Marcos, organize stuff.
yeah, get us there. But it's just crazy. Do you know how scary it is for us to go to Mexico?
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty tough.
Yeah, I'm not tough like Hayley.
There's
So
so much wakeboarding in Brazil.
there's lots of wakeboarding in
Yeah,
Brazil.
we had a lady come to the camp last week who was Brazilian. She was telling us that the girls scene, there's a few girls that are competing down there, and one girl in particular has been doing really good, who we actually competed against when we were in Brazil for the Worlds when we were in junior women.
No, there's a little girl that I taught at Texas.
That's
Mexican.
Mexican.
Oh, that's Mexican.
She's Mexican, not
Oh,
Brazilian.
yeah, got mixed up.
Slightly different. It's like Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, same thing, right?
Same,
Yeah.
just different.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But there's lots of wakeboarding in Brazil. There's lots of wakeboarders that come out of Brazil.
Morocco,
Marcelo.
Giardi.
Yeah, some dudes who do nines down there. Oakley, Brazil.
Yeah, you got to meet
Hooked
a
us
few.
up a lot. So, yeah, there's definitely a huge scene down in Brazil, South America, down into Argentina.
Yeah, we got to
So-
ride in Rio de Janeiro, which was
Mm.
pretty cool. A bit dirty in the water, but definitely a cool experience. Right under the what do you
The
call
Christ.
it? The Christ, the big mountain we
Yes.
all made on the top.
Yes.
Mountain
The
high.
most expensive monument, probably in the country of Brazil. And but yeah, it was pretty amazing. It's pretty cool. We went up the top there. It actually has, you don't have to even walk upstairs. It's got escalators.
There was two.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
It's pretty awesome.
Mhm.
But, yeah. I hope everyone's been enjoying our videos on weight-girls.com. You should definitely check those out if you haven't seen them, because we really enjoy making them, if you can't tell.
They've given Amber, weightgirls.com have actually given Amber a waterproof camera. It's a
One of
The-
those Sony Senyo.
Senyo that we get to travel and play with, and we got to ride doubles a few times at the Penrith Cable Park with it, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So we check out those videos. There's a nice, fun video from Amber's birthday this year, and we all went out and celebrated like we were 12, going to the cable park, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Penrith Cable Park actually hosted my birthday for me, which was really awesome. Probably best birthday present ever. And yeah, got to have all my friends out there. It was so fun to have everyone out there and riding. We have showed Froggy, what's it? Priscilla?
No, this one's now called Monster Killer. We've changed its name
Monster Killer.
because it kept wanting to eat Priscilla.
Yeah. But with Monster Killer has been on here on a previous show.
He's quite a celebrity.
Yeah, he's a celebrity, but yeah, he's too cool for the show today.
Our new frog, Colleen?
Oh yeah, the snail
The
called
snail.
Colleen.
Colleen, because she cleans.
She cleans.
Cleans the tank really nice.
Oh, and we have two new pets, which I met today, and that's we'll call them. I don't know what we're gonna call them.
Oh, the snakes.
Yeah. Do we want to? I'll think about calling him like maybe Bob and Bill or Bill and Bob the Fly Potman. Oh no, what? Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
They're snakes. You need to give them a tougher name than that.
Yeah, but what they do is they hang out the dock right where you're going to walk onto the dock, and there's grass under there, and then they're under there in the grass, and they stick their heads up through the bits of wood
So it's just
and just like looking around, saying hello. And there's two black races. So we have two snakes. We're so hardcore. We have snakes as pets now.
Snakes aren't allowed in the house though.
Yeah, no snakes in the house. Do you live on the water? Yes.
Luckily we do.
This is our first year that we live on the water. Completely upgraded. It's amazing. We don't live in the train stop apartment block anymore. And no longer...
Luckily for Beck and I, Amber purchased a house on the lake last year, which is amazing. It's we share a lake with Henshaw and his wake skate crew, so it's pretty awesome. We get to sit out on the dock drinking Coronas and watching Silas and the lads get their skate on, which is awesome. And,
Yeah.
we've now have Amber's Pride and Joy out in our dock right now,
Pearl.
who's just arrived.
Yep. And made it through the canal.
Mm-hmm.
Fully loaded. It's really exciting. How often do you come back to Australia? Well, this year we only went home for 4 months. And I guess because we love it here so much. But, yeah, when it gets cold here and we can't ride anymore in just our 40s and vests, we go back to Australia.
Unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot going on in Australia this year with the cancellation of the Pro Tour. So there wasn't really much keeping us there other than the cable park.
Yeah, thank goodness that the cable park opened. And it actually opened in November, and that's when we got home.
Yep.
So
So thank you, Mabel.
if we had have got home earlier, would have been bad. Do you have a boat that you wakeboard behind? Yes, I do. I have a Supra that I wakeboard behind.
We had a boat with fish behind.
And you don't ride at the camp anymore, or how often do you ride there?
Marcus, we won't be running there a whole lot this year now that we have the
Yeah.
Super on our dock.
But, you know, Haley and I will be, you know, doing guest star appearances at the camp.
I actually had my first set at the camp with the boys today with Billy, Chad, and our new coach Brandon. So it was super fun to be back out with that crew. I was so excited. It was a lot of fun. It's good to be back there.
Zip. I'm not even going to say what you are. Okay? But yeah, we're all going over to hang out with that crew. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could bring it up. It's kind of embarrassing.
What's that? Kissing.
Kissing.
No, it doesn't matter if you kiss him on the cheek. Maybe we can just blindfold him and steal one.
Yeah. What camp do we teach at? We're at the wakeboard camp in Claremont. It's wakeboardcamp.com. And I don't have a sticker handy. But yeah, just go wakeboardcamp.com and yeah, you'll find it, and you'll find things about us on there because we're on there.
When are you coming back, Marcos? You definitely have to come ride with us and check out our new deck, which Amber and Megan have just finished sanding and completely restored our deck, which is awesome.
Yes, the new deck is amazing. There was a lot of sweat
End of May. It's not too far away.
and effort's gone into that, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. I had dinner out there tonight. It was beautiful.
It's romantic.
Yeah, I was by myself. It was really romantic.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Have you ridden behind MB boat yet? I have. I actually rode behind Ben Tolson's Liquid Militia.
That's an Australian brand for all you Americans.
And yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. But should we wrap the show up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a wrap, and I think that I'm gonna try and do the I don't know, maybe like the first Tuesday. Hey, I'm 12 and I just learnt to jump wake to wake, toe side and heel side. What would you reckon for me to learn next? Nice one, Jody. That's awesome. If you can do wake to wake, toe side and heel side, I'd start a 180, heel side 180 or toe side 180. So make sure you can do ollie 180 out in the flats, and maybe even just try to pop it over one wake first and then go wake to wake. You can do it.
See you later, guys.
Well, thanks everyone for writing in and watching the show. And yeah, we're going to make it a consistent thing once a month. So I'll see you guys on here in a month. Peace.